Hey guys, thanks for attending today's webinar. Today we're going to talk about the rise of AI-driven user experiences in the workplace. With more and more AI-driven user experiences being delivered in the workplace through different edge devices, hopefully we can give you a glimpse into how AI can elevate the way people are collaborating on a day-to-day basis. To help us with that, we have Runar from Huddly. Runar just moved here from the Oslo headquarters over in Norway to help the US team expand their business and partnerships. Runar was one of the early commercial hires at Huddly's young history and is working with both channel and strategic partners to create relationships and improve video collaboration and Huddly's room build-outs. Over to you, Runar.
Thank you very much, Anessa, and thank you to the awesome team at Rahi Systems for organizing this webinar. Like you said, I'm Runar, U.S. Territory Manager with Huddly. Just relocated from our headquarters in Oslo, Norway to the San Francisco Bay Area to continue supporting Huddly's growth and reach in the video collaboration space in the US. The topic for today's webinar is the rise of AI-driven user experiences in collaboration. And I will narrow this further down to talk about video conferencing more precisely. The goal for today is to uncover the hype around AI and talk about some of the functionalities made possible with AI technology that are available today that will help A, make video conferencing enjoyable and more productive for the end user, helping to improve the overall user satisfaction in the workplace, and B, make video conferencing more scalable, manageable, and measurable in terms of quality and ROI for the AV, IT, and facilities manager. I'll also cover some of the key factors organizations need to consider when choosing the best possible video conferencing cameras, and touch into some of the innovations offered by our Huddly cameras. So let's take a quick look at the agenda. I'll go deeper into the benefits of AI technology in the conference room and what is already available today for users and managers to leverage. And we'll finish off with a Q&A. So quick overview of Huddly. Our company was founded by former product managers and engineers from Tandberg and Cisco. Headquarters in Oslo, Norway, and we have offices across Europe and the US. Huddly was started when our founders saw the need to move from large codec endpoints and telepresence systems into more intelligent, wide-angle, small form factor USB cameras designed and built for agile, cloud-based conference rooms using soft codecs, where all of the PTZ and image controls are done in the software, as opposed to the traditional mechanical cameras with moving parts. Our cameras are offered as standalone USB plug-and-play products for conference rooms of 8 people and down. It's kind of the use case we usually narrow it down to. And we also work with industry-leading partners to create enjoyable and intelligent video conferencing solutions, like cloud vendors Zoom, Google Hangouts, and Microsoft Teams. And on the hardware side, you'll find Huddly cameras in products from Google, Crestron, Avacor, NEC, and others to provide scalable and easy-to-use video conferencing solutions. And our mission is really to deliver frictionless and productive video collaboration experiences to more people and organizations, with AI technology playing a crucial part of our product development and growth. So it's really important to uncover the buzz around AI. We often hear that AI is the #1 technology that will change the nature of collaboration moving forward. And AI has been a buzzword for years, and the video collaboration industry has caught up with the hype just recently. Following this industry trend, vendors have started off 2019 by showcasing a number of AI-based functionalities. Platform providers Zoom, Microsoft, and Google recently showcased the use of AI and machine learning to deliver meeting functionalities such as real-time transcription, and translation of voice during a call, and the ability to then capture that content for later use. Interestingly, all of these technology leaders highlighted the human element in their messaging, driving home the idea that AI and machine learning functionalities are designed to enhance human interactions and not to replace them. So looking at some of the recent developments in the video conferencing space the last few years, there are a few challenges that arise for AV and facilities managers and also end users. You see a proliferation of hardware and applications where you might have overlapping products in your technology stack. This can become confusing and impacts user adoption and the ease of use, and really takes a lot of time and resources on the training of users in the organizations to make all of this work. Also, the recent change in the few years where you used to have maybe one telepresence room or a few boardrooms that were video enabled, moving to hundreds or thousands of huddle rooms and video enabled small to medium sized rooms or spaces. The challenge here is to measure and monitor room usage. How do you create a consistent experience across all rooms? How do you quantify the user's satisfaction and adoption of the technology? And how can AI help provide answers for all these questions? So when evaluating collaboration tools, applications, and hardware, it's crucial to do diligence in the vendor's AI roadmap and current features. So three main points that are crucial to consider are: make sure the vendor is leveraging AI in their product offerings. And why? Automation is revolutionizing workplace productivity, and AI technology is really the driver for this automation. 2, look at the vendor's future roadmap to understand where this company and vendor is heading, where with its products. And why is this important? Well, you need to uncover if this direction aligns with your organization's goal and strategy. And number 3, really most importantly, what is the current AI functionalities and features already available in the vendor's shipped products? You know, marketing and PR is a powerful and very useful tool, but it can sometimes be deceiving. And walking around trade shows can be overwhelming when hearing about all the revolutionizing, groundbreaking tech soon to be launched. So it's crucial to nail down, does the company actual ship products with AI features today, and how good is that experience? Is it robust? Will it help you increase user satisfactions in the organization? So look at current product offerings and let that guide your decision making. So really nailing down the current tangible value that AI functionality and technology can bring to video conferencing users today and in the immediate future, and look at how it makes video conferencing more enjoyable and more productive for the participants and the people using this technology. So you have simple features like virtual backgrounds, facial appearance enhancements, to more advanced like auto framing of the group in the room, so that people don't have to touch any manual buttons or settings, speaker tracking, voice commands, and translations and transcriptions. Auto framing really is a key feature that we're starting to see with more and more vendors, showcased at least, and it's a great feature that help remove the hassle of adjusting and thinking about where you're sitting in the room and how to adjust when more people enter the meeting room. We also hear a lot about people counting APIs and ability to give organizations valuable data and analytics on room usage. Whiteboarding capture is also a very valuable functionality where you can capture analog information on whiteboards and convert it into digital files with a touch of a button to share it with all the participants after the meeting. And then Huddly Cameras also has a AI chip processing on the camera. So with a lot of space and capabilities left to do on the camera, we will continue to add great functionalities to our Huddly IQ camera this year, in addition to the ones I've mentioned just here. So that was covering some of the functionalities end users in the conference room can leverage and enjoy while in a call. And then moving on to the AV management and facilities teams. So with the rise of kind of the new floor designs, open space workplace designs, huddle rooms became a great way to escape for a quiet private space, to ideate, collaborate in a more agile ad hoc way. And then you move into the need to video enable all of these rooms, so you have video collaboration anywhere at any time. So starting off with room booking integration, how valuable would it be for a conference camera to work as a sensor in the room, enabling that room to be freed up when empty for 5 minutes if someone booked it and forgot to cancel the reservation? Huddly has built APIs for these functionalities, and the Huddly IQ camera does function as a sensor in the room when not in use, so users can integrate and organizations can integrate that with their room booking systems. And when talking about hundreds or thousands of conference rooms that are video enabled, you quickly identify the need and the value of conference room analytics. AI helps quantify and measure the success of a video conferencing rollout and provides valuable room analytics data. So with the IQ camera from Huddly and our people counting functionality available today, you can know through your dashboard how many people were in a particular meeting and how many people are on average in a conference room call in a particular room. This really impacts the ability to plan room sizes and reduce square foot costs. So if you have a 10-person room or an 8-person room, but on average you have 3 people, maybe 4 people in calls, you can reduce the square footage costs by getting rid of excessive space that is not being used. And even maybe more importantly, this offers a way to measure and track the level of video collaboration and adoption in the organization. So not only minutes per user, but average number of people in video calls. So really with intelligent cameras and platforms to make sense of the data through AI, organizations can make better decisions based on this valuable data. So when you're in a video conferencing call, the only way to really track information is to have a camera that can see what happens and really ingest valuable and critical visual information. With wide-angle cameras like the Huddly IQ, you get a lot of visual information that can be turned into valuable data for IT and AV managers. You see the whole room. You don't need several cameras. Huddly IQ has a 150-degree field of view with only one lens, and we have built a open API available at developer.huddly.com where you can integrate and get room analytics data. A lot of processing is happening on the camera itself with a onboard neural compute engine. So the processing is happening actually on the edge on the camera. So how does this translate into more enjoyable and more productive video conferencing experience for the actual users? Number one, shipping today, available and enjoyed by companies, is the auto framing feature. So the Huddly IQ understands and adapts to its environment, and it smoothly frames the people in the call, taking pan, tilt, and zoom out of the mechanical moving parts, out of the user's hands to do manual adjustments, and into the AI software. The actual zooming is smooth, so it doesn't snap and chop into a new frame. It zooms in kind of like having a director in the room. And also the wide field of view, so users do not have to worry about where they're sitting. If everyone closest to the display are visible in the call, the wide angle camera and lens picks up every person in that call. And then you have the AI algorithms detecting faces to enhance and improve the image quality no matter the lighting conditions. So there's a lot going on in a small form factor camera when moving everything that traditionally were done in mechanical moving parts into a small form factor fixed lens USB camera. So where is all this processing done? The answer is it's done a little bit in the cloud, to the platform, and also on the NUC or the laptop in a BYOD room, or the Mac Mini in the room, the compute in the room. And then what separates Huddly cameras from competitors is the ability to actually do AI processing on the camera. We have a Intel Myriad X vision processing unit on the camera itself. So all of the processing to run analytics, auto framing, dynamic light adjustments is done on the camera. So you have less CPU usage and processing on the compute the camera is plugged into. So it gives you more accurate data, higher resolution, and lower latency than if you were to put these functionalities on the computer or in the cloud. That basically wraps up what I wanted to cover in this webinar so far. So what we see is there's a lot of buzz, but there's definitely a few great functionalities already available today that end users and management teams can leverage to help raise the user satisfactions in the workplace and for overall user experiences in the video conferencing room. So I thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, so it looks like we do have a few questions in the chat box, so I will just ask a couple of those. So number one, how can organizations pull and access analytics data from Huddly's IQ?
Yeah, that's a great question. And you can pull room utilization data from the IQ by heading into developer.huddly.com. So on our developer page, we have open APIs and SDKs where you can look at examples on how to integrate our data with some of the main business intelligence dashboards and platforms today, like a Power BI or Google Analytics, Tableau, Splunk, Viopta. You can integrate and pull data from our camera into those systems. And this will also be available through some of the main platforms out there like Zoom and Google Hangouts and Microsoft Teams in the very near future.
Okay, awesome. And for the second question, does Huddly's camera work with Zoom rooms?
Yes, absolutely. Huddly cameras work with Zoom rooms. We're in several bundles, single SKUs offered as Zoom rooms through many resellers and distribution partners. We work tightly with the Zoom team here to leverage our intelligence and make that experience the best possible for end users. And we see rollouts now with large customers putting Zoom rooms with Huddly cameras in their meeting spaces.
Great. Okay, so for number 3, why are conference rooms analytics important?
That is a really good question again, and covered it obviously partially here in the webinar. And room analytics is really important to understand how are these meeting spaces used, how often, how many people are in the room, does anything need to be changed, how good is the quality. You have hundreds or potentially thousands of these smaller meeting spaces. It's really important to not just invest in a lot of equipment and then be blind on what's happening and what's going on. So getting that crucial, valuable data can really help you make better decisions in terms of changing designs, training people more, user adoption, and reducing costs. If you have rooms that are too large, you see that on average there's half the people there compared to the seats. You can reduce square footage costs and really make it more efficient for the company.
Okay, guys, so it does look like time's getting cut short, so I'll just ask one more question. So for question 4, are there options for USB extensions, and are there ways to securely install the cameras?
Yeah, so the Huddly cameras are plug-and-play USB cameras, no installation needed, simple to set up. We have USB 3 extension cables available ranging from 2 feet and all the way up to 50 feet. So you can really extend these cameras if you have a compute sitting further away from the camera.
Okay, guys, so that's all we have time for today. I know there is still a number of questions in the chat box, and we will make sure we reach out to those people personally to answer those questions. Thank you so much, Runar and Huddly, for presenting today. I think we can all agree that's been fantastic. We do host a webinar on a monthly basis, so look out for our webinar at the end of May. If you go to www.rahisystems.com/resources/webinars, you can find all the webinar information there. Thanks for coming, guys.